each and every year there's something different that comes along, and this year people are finding themselves in difficulty because of their utility bills. I think we can all relate to that. The utility bills are higher than they've ever been. So what happens when one piece of the puzzle starts to slide for them? Everything starts to disappear. And Christmas time is a very anxious time for people, and people want to ensure that their families, through no fault of their own, are going to be the unwilling victims of not enough financial resources to go around. So at this time of year, community care reaches out to ask people who have the ability to do so to support us in our programs, to make a difference in the lives of those who, through no fault of their own, are having to ask for assistance, particularly at Christmas.
Terrardum prosum. May I be consumed in service. A motto that anyone who has attended Ridley remembers. I have always been inspired to exemplify the meaning of the motto. I want to create change in my community and show that I care about the issues that homeless women face daily. As I am starting to purchase my own luxury items, something has caught my attention. $5 for a box of 18 tampons? The average woman's cycle lasts for 5 days. Using 4 tampons per day, that box won't even cover one cycle. Not to mention the average period occurs for 6.25 years of your entire life. I got to thinking, I am a privileged adolescent girl who has the access to feminine hygiene products. Without them, I don't know how I would be able to do everyday things like going to school or work. I believe that economically disadvantaged women should have access to any products that help them control their normal bodily functions. When a woman doesn't have a sustainable income, buying what are considered luxury items on top of other necessities becomes a problem for them financially. The organization Free the Tampon is what really got this project started. The foundation believes that every bathroom outside the home should provide freely accessible items that people who menstruate need for their periods. Who decided that toilet paper, soap, paper towels, and even seat covers are free, but tampons aren't? This argument is for all women to have access to tampons. For homeless women, it's a whole nother story. Nancy Kramer, the founder of the organization, started providing free products for all of her female associates. It only cost her $6 Canadian to cover her associates for 1 year. If period products were available at public bathrooms, a lot of the pressures of finance and embarrassment would be taken away for all women.
How and what is your involvement with the Canadian Federation of Women in St. Catharines?
Well, I've been a member of CFUW, which is the shortened version, since 1978.
On November 15th, I joined the CFUW and United Way to pack just over 200 hygiene kits. These kits included just about everything someone would need to sustain their hygiene.
How do these hygiene kits impact the women who are economically disadvantaged in St. Catharines?
Well, for most of us, toothpaste, shampoo, we assume that we're always going to have it. For some of these women who, are ill, come out of hospital, or homeless, single mothers, it's the basic necessities that they cannot afford. So that's why it's so important.
The Canadian Federation of University Women describes themselves as a local, provincial, national, and international organization of women, most of whom have graduated from post-secondary education institutions. They are a non-profit group who are committed to the pursuit of knowledge, promotion of education, and improvement of the status of women and their human rights.
And I've been on many committees, and both Rosalind and I have been past presidents, so we're very involved in the organization.
I've been involved for 32 years. As soon as I moved, Trish said you should join this group, and I did, and I've loved it, and yes, done all the executive positions, and I still love being involved. A wonderful group of 200 women.
That's right.
The CFUW began just after the First World War. Jobs that weren't given to women at the time opened up because all of the men that had those jobs went to war. Some of those jobs included teaching, medicine, law, journalism, nursing, and social work. In early 1919, Dr. Winifred Cullis of Britain had suggested that the women of Canada should organize a national federation so that Canada could become one of the first countries to join the growing International Federation of University Women. That March, the women of Canada had a conference with the presidents of the clubs, deciding to build the Canadian Federation of University Women.
Is this the first time you've done it, or did you do it last year?
Oh, I did it last year.
This is my first time.
So did you have a good experience?
I had a
doing
wonderful
Yes, it's
experience,
great.
but I couldn't believe how quick and efficient that was.
What other ways can women support other women in our community?
Well, obviously, financially. I mean, we are very fortunate that we do have the financial resources to share, and then to volunteer your time at places like United Way or Community Care.
I would love to hear from the women in what ways they would like more support, because I'm not really aware of how else we could be helping, but I'd love to.
Next, we will be discussing the hygiene kits that we packed and what's inside of them. This is Kaylin Bailey, who works in major gifts at the United Way in Niagara.
So what items are in the hygiene kit?
Yeah, so there's a bottle of, they're all full-size items, which is important to know. A bottle of shampoo, conditioner, a bar of soap, comb, toothbrush, toothpaste, dental floss, 2 face cloths. Oh, and deodorant, thank you.
How do these hygiene kits impact the lives of these women in St. Catharines?
Yeah, so I think most of these items in this bag would cost $25. Which if you don't have extra income, that can really hurt. So they're not often having this, getting these products as they need them. So this just helps to alleviate a lot of the pressures that they may have. So knowing places where they can go and get those products at no cost.
Last night we collected our first purse. This is the first purse that we got. Let's take a look inside. So first we have some socks. These socks are really well made, which is great for these women because some of them have only 1 or 2 pairs of socks. Some don't even have one. We have some toothpaste, some Crest toothpaste, and a toothbrush. We also have some floss to go along with that. We have some Dove deodorant. As for feminine hygiene products, we have 2. We have some Tampax Pearl tampons, 14 overnight pads. There are these body butters, 3 awesome body butters. No woman doesn't want to smell nice, so I'm sure a woman would love to have those. We have some moisturizing hand cream here, which I think is great, especially in the winter time. Hands get cracked and it can hurt. There's makeup in here, which I think is so cool. We have some NYX blush and lipstick, it looks like. If you ask most people, they would tell you that makeup is not a necessity, it is a luxury. And before this project, I would have agreed with you. However, according to a study by Essential, a beauty retailer, makeup today is a necessity to achieve positions in the workforce. The study says more than 2/3 of employers admit they would be less likely to employ a female job applicant if she did not wear makeup to a job interview. In order for these women to create a better lifestyle for themselves, they need to have the resources to do so. And finally, we have some soap. So those were all the items that were in our first purse. We have so many different items in here that I think any woman would enjoy. I'm excited to see how these purses do at community care. I hope a lot of women find them helpful, and I'm excited to see what purses will come. We just had the biggest donation so far. We got 13 purses just today. This one purse that I have with me right now is one of the best purses that we've gotten so far, and I wanted to show you what is inside. This is the purse, completely filled to the brim. So first on the top, there's a scarf in here, some mitts, and a hat. We have a washcloth, which I didn't think of putting into a purse until the hygiene kit packing party. It's hard sometimes because you kind of forget what these women don't have access to. Wow, look at this. This is a cute little kit, a wash-up kit. Wow, this is so nice. We have toothbrush, toothpaste, and floss in there. Also, we have a silicone cleansing pad for your face to take off makeup and dirt. We have some soap in here in a nice little container. We have some deodorant, and that is all for just this little package. And then we have some very nice socks, calcium tablets. It's interesting to see what women decide to put into their purse. Here we have some feminine hygiene products, some incognito, maxi overnight pads. Looks like we have some lip balm, conditioner, shampoo, makeup remover. Oh, how cool is this? They put a poncho in. Oh wow, some MAC lipsticks. Very nice. Some hair clips and some hair ties. This purse is really outweighing my expectations. Whoever receives this purse is going to be so happy. We have an umbrella. It's such a good feeling to receive a purse like this, just to know that some lady really cares. And I'm super excited to see how these purses are going to go over at community care.
As Miss Bailey from the United Way said, knowing where these women can get help alleviates a lot of financial evoked pressure. But United Way isn't the only organization dedicated to helping people. So is Community Care in St. Catharines.
So this is Miss Schmidt, and she is from Community Care. Could you explain your role at Community Care?
Yes. So I am the youth worker here. I've done a lot of different roles here. I started in 2012 and I did the utility program, I've done the ID program, and now I'm doing youth. So I serve kids from 16 to 24 years old. Usually they're homeless. They can't be living at home. If they're living at home, they're not on my program. So they're definitely kids that, whether they're fighting with their parents, they've been kicked out, or foster care kids, that's the kids on my caseload. I help them get housed, find food, get back in school if they're not in school, take them to doctor's appointments, really support them in anything kind of the role that a parent would be doing if they had one in their life.
Community Care is located in St. Catharines and helps many people who are of low income or show that they are in need in the St. Catharines and Thorold area. Community Care helps people with the use of programs such as food and health security, medical, dental, and vision care, clothing, laundry, income tax, and more. If you're interested in finding out how you can help, visit www.communitycarestca.ca/giving.
I know once an employee here said community care is like the pillow. So when everyone falls at times in their lives, and when they fall, community care wants to be the pillow to help cushion that fall. So people come in, we help them with what they need, and then they get on their way and go on with their lives.
It depends on the time of year, how many clients come in. I average anywhere from 200 to 400 phone calls a month inquiring about assistance. And last year I assisted 758 households with gas and hydro, oil and propane.
A lot of work is being done at Community Care, but what do you think is the most important piece of work that is being done for all clients and women specifically?
I think the most important is helping the women navigate the system. So a lot of the women who come in, and men, they don't know about all the different resources out there. So when they come in, we see what the problem is, how we can help them, and we start telling them about different things. They've never even heard of, different agencies or where they can get the help, and we can help advocate for them, and whether it be to Ontario Works or ODSP to help get them funds or housing, then that's something that we do for them. A lot of times, women coming in, we help them once and then that's it. I think a big part of this Personal Project you've done, once the word will get out there, they'll know it's here. They'll come in, they'll be able to access it, get help with that, and then they go.
Why do homeless women come to community care?
Because they know this is where they'll get the help. We're quite the hub of services. We have a lot of different things here. We have a clothing room downstairs, I'll show you all around later. Food room, housing, utility help if you can't pay a bill, help with budgeting, and the word's out there. Everyone knows if you come to community care, we're here to help them, so they'll come here if they need it.
Is there a certain time of year that is very busy for homeless women to come for support?
This time of year. I find like in the summer, even a lot of my youth that are housed, all of a sudden they're not housed anymore. They're out enjoying their summer, they're in the parks. It's not as big of a crisis. As soon as it gets cold, they're at our door. They're looking for a place, and it gets very busy too.
What ages of women come to community care for support?
All ages, birth to grave.
In 2012, Statistics Canada concluded that the population living in Niagara under the low-income measure was just under 68,000.
What is your opinion on the high prices of feminine hygiene products?
I think they're very overpriced, definitely. I do believe that in the future, I think it will be something the government covers, but I think they're very expensive. I know the government now is not taxing them, so I guess that is one step in the right direction.
In Scotland, rules are now in place that any students, including post-secondary, and women who are of low income, do not have to pay for sanitary products. This is part of a €5.2 million plan that the government has put into place to fight period poverty. It was concluded from a recent survey that 1 in 4 women struggle to purchase sanitary products. The Scottish government intends to extend this further, making period products free to everyone.
Do you believe that every woman should have access to the products that they need to manage their normal bodily functions?
Definitely. I can't imagine being homeless and it's the time of the month and where do you go? I watched a documentary once that some lady did on homeless women and during their time of the month and what they have to do and going into public washrooms, and often they're refused because unless they're a paying customer they can't even go in, and what they have to use. So not having those basic things just makes a very difficult situation way worse.
Tampons and pads are so expensive here. I mean, the cheapest box of tampons in this Walgreens right here is a little over $7. It's more money than me and my boyfriend spend on a meal together. I would rather be clean than, be full.
Are there any volunteering opportunities to help homeless women at community care and that is open to the women of our community?
Lots. So we actually have a volunteer coordinator downstairs, Eden Ewart. She works here full time. We have almost 200 volunteers. So it's her job to coordinate them. They do different shifts, usually 2-3 hours. Whether it be working in the clothing room, working in the food room, stocking shelves. We even upstairs here at Housing Help have opportunities with answering the phones. So lots of them are always looking for volunteers.
Who will be receiving these purses?
Any female that comes into community care. So we have close to 300 trustees that come in and are on mine and the adult caseload that come in and we help them with budgeting. So we're going to definitely offer it to them. But word will get out there we have them, and I'm sure women will come in so any of the clients that we serve can access them.
How will the purses impact these women's lives?
Oh, it's going to give them self-esteem. It's going to make them feel that someone cares about them. And then I think just even taking the stress away. This time of year, it's always hard with them and even with funds and stuff. So knowing that's one thing they don't have to worry about coming up with money for is really going to help them and take a lot of stress away.
Well, thank you for sitting down with me, and let's look at some of the purses. So this purse I got a couple weeks ago from a very nice lady who donated this, and you take a look inside.
Very cool. Nice purse. That's going to be an exciting thing too when they get a name brand purse. Oh, nice. Scarf. gloves. Oh my goodness. We go through these like so fast this time of year. That's amazing. So you have everything in here. Toothpaste, deodorant, and the full hygiene kit. That's amazing. Shampoo. This is really amazing. Oh, there's even makeup.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so awesome. This is so exciting for them, right?
Sort of a great feeling for both us and the people who donated them. So.
A lot of the women who are going to be receiving these, they're not getting anything for Christmas. So this is going to be so special for them to come in and have like basic necessities, but also like they have makeup and some cute things that's going to make them feel very special this time of year. That's so great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So this was one of the first purses that we got. We'll take a look in this one as well. See what's inside there.
Oh wow, nice. Makeup, pads. Oh, this is perfect. We have a lot of women coming in and asking for this, and
Really?
we only have what people donate to us. So we always check the back, see if we have anything that has come in. That's amazing. Oh, nice. Nail polish. Wow, perfect. That's great. And then toothbrush, toothpaste, all the essentials. So what kind of women donated these and put these purses together for you?
Well, when we wanted to reach out to the women to see if they would be interested in making these, we tried to get to as many people as we could. I contacted the Ridley community. We contacted some of my mom and dad's friends and my grandparents' friends. Really, everybody that we could get wanted to create a purse.
That's so cool. So awesome. Very helpful.
Yes.
Thank you.
No problem.
I really appreciate it.
Yes. Are these types of items some things that you provide for the women at Community Care?
If they're donated, yes. Our clients know everything is just, by whatever's donated. So they'll come in and they'll ask, do you have anything for hygiene? These will be amazing for the women, having all the different hygiene things, plus some extra nice goodies for them for Christmas is really nice. But yeah, it's kind of just whatever people bring in. Sometimes it's bus passes, whatever, and we're able to give to any of our clients who come through those doors.
These purses were specific to mothers with newborn babies. Along with a hygiene kit, they included baby wipes, diapers, Penitent cream, and baby clothes. Each purse contained one holiday card to make the women receiving them feel extra special. And then it was time to say goodbye to the purses and await the response.
I've had people break down in tears when they've received something.
It had been about 3 weeks since we delivered the purses to Community Care. I decided to email Ms. Schmidt to get an update on how the purses were going over. This is what she had to say. The response from the purses have been amazing. I actually gave my last one away yesterday. It was so nice giving them away. A lot of happy tears for sure. I feel so lucky that you chose us for your project and so many of our clients got to benefit. I can tell you that every woman was in shock when presented with a purse and so happy to receiving this gift from you. This is just the beginning.
the beginning of a new chapter in my life dedicated to helping others in my community. There is so much more that we can do, and by starting at a young age, I have my whole life ahead of me to help others. This project has taught me how simple it is to help others and how large of an effect it has. Another thing that I learned during this project is that there are so many people who care about others, even in the smallest of ways. Some have shown they care by donating a necessity-filled purse, and some have put their life towards guiding economically disadvantaged women in the right direction. Thank you to everyone who has helped me complete this journey and supported me along the way. I couldn't have done it on my own. I hope this has inspired you to do your part for the people in need, because nobody has ever been hindered by giving back.